start point assessment, or SPA, SPA for short. What we've got here are two bits of timber. They are both the same size, so 45mm that way, and they are 30mm deep. What we're going to do is we're going to aim to put this piece of timber here right into the middle of that and create what is effectively a T-shape by halving. A nice T-halving joint. The end result will look pretty much like that. There you go, that's how you join two bits of wood together. Is we need to create a half channel through there, and we need to cut half of this away through here. To this centre point here, so we don't need the line anymore, so we can get rid of that. Marking gauge, as you saw in the video, on the top edge here, making sure the shoulder of the marking gauge is nice and flush, and that your shoulder is always on the face edge. So you always use your marking gauge from the face edge. And draw that line across there. Now that would be done with your marking. And we do exactly the same thing on the other side with the marking gauge. And we scribe our line across, which gives us the nice groove. Now this is why it's really important to not make your lines too dark, because you need to now get rid of these so that they don't become an issue. And you need to do that on both sides. So you would erase these parts of the line like so. So you should have that marked out. Now it is okay to mark this out like so, so you know where you're cutting away. Okay, because that's the bit we're going to get rid of. And I would actively recommend that you do that, because if you end up doing a frame with lots and lots of joints on it, you are going to get lost very quickly if you don't mark these out so you know which. So there we go. So we've got a face and an edge on both pieces of timber. Anyone got any idea why we might do this? So once we're happy with our midpoint, we can erase the other lines away. That's great, as we've done. We need to come back either side half the distance of this piece of timber here. This is a good starting point with a gauge, but it's by no means perfect.
Let's have a look at what we got on the table. So the basic function of a marking gauge is to mark a parallel offset line from one edge of something. So you set a distance on the marking gauge and you scratch it along the edge of a workpiece, and it creates a parallel line for you. You can go across the grain, you can go with the grain. If there's a diagonal thing, you could go diagonally, but that's the primary function of a marking gauge. Let's just talk about the ones we've got on the table here. We have got a standard traditional wooden marking gauge here.